the idea of driving up to my neighborhood and having, you know, that moment where whoever's coming over is saying, like, where the hell am I? I've never been to this part of LA. I don't know, what is this?
Great neighborhood. Was this Echo Park?
No, actually, we're in Highland Park.
Highland Park?
Yeah.
I like it. It's authentic.
Yeah.
It's real. My car gonna be safe there?
And then walking through my cluttered house, you know, having to use my filthy bathroom and then go out to my garage, yeah, I think that's disarming.
Let's be honest, my house could probably fit in the foyer of your house, right?
Who says foyer?
It's what it is, right? It's a foyer.
I never met a comic use the word foyer.
I'm Marc Maron. I'm a stand-up comedian and podcaster and haver of a television show. I had no idea when I was starting to do a podcast that it would take off or that it would mean anything. We didn't know what the show was going to be initially, and it evolved into what it was, and it sort of changed the whole course of my career. I didn't get into podcasting for any other reason than I didn't know what else to do.
Are we recording this? Is this the way it works?
Yes, we're recording now.
So is this the show?
So, what's going on in here? Dad, get out!
I think that at the beginning I just needed to talk to people. You know, I was going through a very difficult time, and you know, I'd certainly been humbled by love and by show business and by life. And I think that the process of these conversations, you know, helped me out of that and sort of reconnected me with myself. People talking to another person for an hour about whatever, you know, we're very capable of doing it. It's a very nourishing thing for people's hearts and minds. You know, if I can get it to be authentic for any amount of time, it's a success, and I think people feel that.
Do you go to the gym, actually? I mean,
I do go to the gym.
Is that a monthly thing, or do you...
Is Nautilus still popular?
Do you remember Nautilus? That was a big thing. That was the first gym I didn't go to.
I thought it was...
That was funny right there. You just let it, it went right by you. I said that was the first gym I didn't go to.
Oh, here's the problem.
What?
I never listen to what you're saying. That's why I don't host a podcast.
I was talking to an old friend of mine, a comedian, Barry Crimmins. He talked publicly about, you know, his experience with child abuse and stuff like that. And he said that, you know, before he started talking about it publicly, to raise, you know, sort of awareness of something that culturally we, you know, tend to not want to believe occurs, you know, he would talk to somebody, he would, you know, bring it up with someone he knew, and start telling him his story, and the person would go, yeah, you should really probably talk to someone about that. And he said, I thought I was. But I think we live in a culture that moves too fast, and people would rather be detached when they engage, you know, either through text or through email or through, you know, leaving a message, anything other than the organic sort of nature and emotional back and forth of conversation.
I posted the episode this morning. I'm going to check and see how it's doing again. Man. Holy sh!
This is what media looks like now. If you were in radio in the last 5 years, there was no denying that it was fading or changing. The biggest switch was to not be live. You know, there's something very immediate, very satisfying, and sort of risky about live radio. But I think I'm filling that void with Twitter.
I'm doing a podcast.
Podcast? Mark, everyone's doing podcasts, okay? And no one is making money off of it.
No, this is blowing up, man. I was number 18 on iTunes.
Yeah, what was number 1?
This American Life.
That's an NPR show, right? Yeah, that's a great business model, begging for money.
Teddy, podcasts are the future of show business.
You know, internet and tweets and Tumblr. I don't know how any of it amounts to any real money.
I think as time goes on, what'll be interesting is to see what type of advertisers start to come around. So I think that the future for podcasters, you know, small, you know, or starting out or trying to figure out how to make money, you know, I think that it's still pretty blue sky up there. It's not like a radio war situation where you have two stations that are competing for the same market. You know, the terrain is really somebody's time and mental space. As podcasts become popular, even if they're not large, but if they're, you know, if you've got 20,000, 30,000 listeners and it's a specific type of podcast that has a specific point of view, that I think that someone's going to figure out a way to make it easy for people that speak to that point of view to find a place to put their promotions on there. And I think that kind of niche marketing will probably help out a lot of smaller podcasts.